Alpha 0 Kilo Delta Whiskey.
Well, there goes the neighborhood. Lock the doors and board up the windows. KA0 KDW, KD8PC. Good evening, Brad.
Good evening, Dustin. How did your field day go?
We had a lot of fun. We made a lot of contacts. I think I'm still tired from it. How about you?
Went pretty good. The TV station brought out extra people. The few extra people weren't really interested in amateur radio. They just showed up to see the storm chase vehicle, which was the whole reason I brought him out, just to attract more people. So, and it did its job. Which, I mean, that is an awesome looking vehicle. You can see part of it, of course, in my profile photo on Facebook, but unfortunately you don't get to see all the really cool stuff, like the floodlights and the strobe lights and the probably multi-$1,000s worth of equipment that are in the vehicle. And then on the outside back rear panel is a lift gate, and inside that little lift gate is a panel where they plug their cameras in through Ethernet and whatnot. And then they even have a RV plug right beside that, so if they're out reporting, they don't have to leave the vehicle running. If they can plug into, you know, like say a building or something, they can plug in and keep everything charged and up and running. It was funny, we were talking about the cost of the vehicle, and they were estimating it probably around $150,000 for the cost of the whole setup. And one of the guys in my club made the comment, he said, I bet you all the technology in that vehicle is worth more than the vehicle itself.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Those are not cheap vehicles at all. I'll tell you, I like the storm chasing vehicles, but I think that if I was going to have the news out at field day, I'd want them to bring the news van. That way we can borrow their mast to hang antennas from high.
Yeah. Unfortunately around here they don't use masts anymore. The TV station still has one of the mast trucks. On the rare occasion they go somewhere that they can't get satellite or satellite cellular or Starlink, which they don't even, they use the sat trucks even less often. I think they just use their tower van, but the sat trucks are used very seldom because it's rather expensive to rent a block of space on the satellite. So it's used in extremely rare cases. Same with the Starlink. They use a Starlink in the storm chase vehicle on extremely rare occasions. One of the 5 carriers receive signals.
Oh, very good there, Brad. Well, that's cool stuff, man. I'm glad you had a good time at field day, and hopefully you guys made lots of contacts there. Boy, there's something else I was going to say to you, but I don't really remember what it was. I do have tonight off, though. It's a Josh and Lucy night. Kind of cool.
Good deal. I'll definitely have to stick around then. Yeah. About the only thing I walked away with, other than meeting a few new people, was I walked away with a pretty good sunburn. And I've currently turned into a lizard the last couple of days, and I'm shedding skin.
Oh, that's the worst. Nothing worse than a sunburn. We were indoors. We were in the nice air conditioning, and I showed up after everything was set up and left before they took it all down. So there you go.
Yeah, I told my group to be looking out for you guys, and nobody said they got you. So I guess they didn't make contact with you guys in Ohio. I ended up not getting on the air again this year. I spent most of my time talking with visitors, greeting people, talking about the club and things as such. So I spent most of my time doing PR work. Which, I mean, I guess that's what the president's supposed to do, I guess. I don't know. As always, I show up late to the party, so I guess I'm a true politician.
Come on now, if you were really a politician, you should have been on vacation that weekend. You should know better than that. Yeah, I operated for about 4 hours total, an hour or so on 40 meters, and then 3 hours in the middle of the night on 80 meters. So all good times, and made lots of contacts. Had a few dupes too. So, but you know, it was fun. Field day is always fun.
Yeah, one of the clubs I'm a member of, which is the NIXA Amateur Radio Club. Which, by the way, if you're free on July 3rd, I'll be assuming I'm waiting on the trustee to let me know if they usually hold the net that night or not, with it being July 4th. I'm waiting on him to answer to see if they typically run the net on the holiday or not. Since that is my scheduled night, and if they do, then by all means, I will run it. I don't take breaks for holidays. In fact, my club net runs every Monday, regardless of the day. We did a Christmas net last year, so back in December. But anyhow, they said the NIXA Missouri Club said they had 400 contacts, and all under their special event call sign that they were granted. They were granted the special event call of Whiskey Zero Alpha.
Oh, very cool there. You know, I'm not really sure what our overall total was. I don't think it's been released to us yet, but I'm looking forward to seeing how it went and seeing how we did there. I know we did better than previous years, but we were working pretty hard running a 7L.
Yeah. Now I have a question for you guys, and this may be a Nick question because I know he talked it up, and I'm not sure who organized it. How do you guys go about organizing that POTA day? I was talking with one of my club members, and I was actually talking with a few club members and a few avid activators in my area, and they were kind of interested in trying to do the same thing at some point.
I believe that was actually Josh that planned the POTA event, W8HRF, so I think you'd have to talk to him.
I'll have to be sure to do that. Maybe he'll get on early enough here to answer that. I don't know what time it is. 10 till. So, there you go. Yeah, but I just got done running the Missouri net and the Southwest Missouri net, both on DMR. Had 16 on one and 15 on the statewide, which was a little unusual, having less than the other one. But I missed probably about 7 or 8 of my normal people. I had absolutely nobody from Central Missouri tonight, and I typically have about 4 or 5 out of Central Missouri, 1 out of Kansas City, 2 out of California, as in the state, not California, Missouri, because we do have a California, Missouri. And I also missed my Las Vegas guy tonight, so I was missing probably about 7 or 8 people tonight. So we'll see how next week goes. I'll be surprised if it goes exceptionally well with it being a holiday week.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I know I took next Wednesday off because I'm planning to go see a fireworks show, so I won't be around for next Wednesday's net either. And then the 4th is Thursday. I'll probably be barbecuing for that too. So there you go. Oh boy, what's the I forget what the heck I was gonna say. It's been a long day, Brad. It really has. It's been my day off too.
KA0KDW for ID. Yep, it's been a long day here too. I started off this morning at 4 o'clock, severe weather nets. Ran severe weather nets till about 8:30. and then sat around and, and did the DMR nets. So I've started off my morning rather early doing nets. So, but that's how it goes. It's by no far been as busy as what it could be. There are usually during the peak of severe weather season, it never fails that I will get 5 nights in a row running general nets plus severe weather. And when that happens, I can easily be at the desk for 70 to 80 hours in a week.
That's a lot of nets. That's way more nets than I like, so there you go. But all right, Brad, I hate to leave you hanging, but I have to go grab a beverage and get a few things ready before we do our roll call here in a few minutes. So I'm going to say 73 to you for now. Great to talk to you, and hopefully we'll catch up again there later on. This is KD80PC, and I will be clear on your final.
Sounds good. I think my breakfast sandwich for dinner has finally cooled enough, so I'll get that taken care of and be standing by. This is Kilo Alpha Zero, Kilo Delta Whiskey. And apparently they like me running nets because according to everybody, I'm just so good. I think they're feeding me full of stuff, and it's not tasty stuff either. K0KDW, we'll be standing by.
W8WKY.
The BeaconNet, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
QST, QST, QST. Welcome to the BeaconNet pre-show. The BeaconNet is sponsored by the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association here on the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown. 147.390 positive offset, the PL tone of 114.8. We load up the nighttime airwaves every Sunday and Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 p.m. Tulsa Time. This is the pre-show. I'm here to take early check-ins and in and outs. I'll line them up so Josh can at the top of the hour. This is a controlled net, and we ask that all traffic pass through net control. In this case, it will be me, Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Uniform Kilo. My personal is Lucy. As is tradition, let's check in with the BeaconNet crew before we get it started. As Nick and now Josh call it, the Mickey Mouse roll call. In this case, the Minnie Mouse roll call. Top of the list is our main net controller, which is for some reason switched to NetLogger because I'm doing that now and I'm messing it up, but we'll fix it. Over to our main big show net controller, W8HRF.
K8YUK, W8HRF. I am ready to go, and hopefully people can hear our radio. W8HRF, back to net control.
You're supposed to talk like that so I can fix my mistake. We're going to move further down the line. We're going to see if the Sasquatch is out there. KD8EPC. Dustin, how you sounding?
YUK and the BeaconNet pre-show. This is KD8EPC. We're here. We have zero responsibilities. We're going to be hanging out in the background and harassing people in the blue screen. With that, this is KD8EPC. Back to pre-net control.
Good to hear you, Dustin. We'll catch you down the line. KD8SLG on rag 2. Are you out there?
K8YUK, this is KD8SLG. I'm here.
need longer arms for this microphone. Good to hear you, Nick. Glad you're out there. We're going to move on down the list. K8QKO, Nick at night. Are you out there?
K8QKO. Hello, Lucy. Hello, everybody on the pre-show. I'm out here standing by for the start of the net. Good to hear you. You're doing a fine job. Now I'll pass it back to you, K8QKO.
If you're going to lie to me, lie to my face. Thanks, Nick. Appreciate it. We're going to move on down to Eric. K8VZA. Wow. KE8VZA. Eric, are you out there?
KE8YUK, KE8VZA here, coming at you crossband repeat through the old 300. Anyway, I'm here. I'll be around for the whole net. Good to hear everybody. KE8VZA back to pre-net control.
Good to hear from you, Eric. Thanks so much. I have picked up a couple people off of the blue screen, but we're not quite there yet. First of all, I'm going to remind everybody that this is a link system, so please key up for a few seconds before you start talking, and hang on for a second after. We do want to hear everything you have to say. We are going to check people in. I don't need any early pre-checks. I don't need any rechecks, rather. I'm just figuring out who's going to stick around. So first round, we're going to get some names to add to our list. Right now I have KC3SEG, WB4AIZ, K5CFY in spot number 10, KE8YUG, KF8ANS, KC0LRM, and WB8CXO, already on the list, pulled from my lurking blue screen. And I'm going to reach out and see if anybody else wants to check in for the pre-show for the Beacon Net.
Net control. Please check in and out. WA8KOC Lucy. Sounding great tonight, girl. Doing a great job. My best to you, to Josh, and everybody else in here on the Beacon Net. Everybody have a wonderful Wednesday. What's left of it. KE8YUK, WA8KOC.
Kilo Alpha Zero,
Net
Kilo
control.
Delta Whiskey, KA0KDW.
Please copy
Brad.
Kilo Bravo 3, Oscar X-Ray Hotel Bill in Hancock County, West Virginia. In and out, please.
Alpha
Kilo
Bravo,
Delta 2,
Oscar,
Hotel Charlie Echo, Chris and Medina, Aldi in and out. Thanks, Lucy.
All right, I'm going to pick it up there. Give me 1 second. All right, KE8YUK, pre-net control. Josh is getting paper because my typing skills are inadequate. I have Mike WB8CXO was the top of our last list, and then I got WA8KOC, Fred in and out, and then everything fell apart. I have K0KW, and for some reason, I don't know if I messed up the call sign or if there's something up with NetLogger, but it's not plugging in the name. And then I had a collision that I just could not pull anything out of. So, hello? That would be why. All right, Brad, we got Brad. That's the only person I got. I know I had 3 other people, I think. We're going to try whoever collided with Fred, and we're going to start at the top. Here we go.
I'll go. Kilo Delta 2, Hotel Charlie Echo, in and out. Have a good night, everybody.
W8WKY.
Kilo Charlie 8, Lima Yankee Golf, Rick and Maslin. Good evening.
Kilo Alpha 8, Mike November Tango, Tom in Canton, will be in and out. Thank you.
Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Foxtrot Tango, Fred and Medina.
Kilo Bravo 3, Oscar X-Ray Hotel, Bill in Hancock County, West Virginia.
Kilo Echo 8, Zulu Zulu Romeo, KE8 ZZR, Harry and Wadsworth in and out.
Here is KB8LNK. We'll be in and out tonight. Good evening.
All right, I'm going to pick it up here. I'm going to make sure I got it. All right. I see Mac lurking, but I'll add him into the list in a second. Right now, we've got Fred, WAKOC, KA0KDW, Brad, AB8MO, Andy, KD2HCE, Chris, KC8LYG, KA8MNT, in and out, KE8QFT, Fred, KB3OXH, Bill, and then two more in and outs, KE8ZZR and KB8LNK, and I'm going to add Mac here in a second. I caught Bill was an in and out from the blue screen. Thank you very much. I can use all of the help I can get. We've got one more. We'll do one more call for pre-check-ins to the BeaconNet. The more frequent, the more you can use your phonetics, the more I appreciate it. So we're going to take another round of pre-check-ins for the BeaconNet. If you would like to pre-check-in, please call now. All right, that works for me. I will take a peaceful night. We've got the list, and we're going to start going down and see who's sticking around for trivia. So we're going to go up to W3ETB. Addie, are you going to stick around tonight? This is KE8YUK, pre-net control for the BeaconNet. Eddie, W3ETB, are you out there and you sticking around tonight?
Yeah, hi, Lucy. Yeah, I'll be here. I don't want to miss the trivia question. Back to you.
Fantastic. We look forward to having you. KC3SEG. Greg, are you sticking around? I pulled you off the monitor screen, so hopefully you are.
SEG. No, unfortunately, I'm in and out. I'm getting ready to get up the weekend, so I just wanted to jump in, check in, say hello to everyone, and say 73. Have a good evening. KC3SEG. We're clear, 73.
Roger that. We've got you marked as in and out. Thanks for stopping in and saying hi. WB4AIZ. Chuck, are you sticking around for trivia?
WB4AIZ. No, I'm going to be in and out. I'm usually in and out, but I forgot to type that, so it's too late. WB4AIZ. By the way, today's 187 days into the year and 187 to go. So, little tip, there's a little trivia for you. WB4AIZ.
We always always do trivia around here. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi. You might have said that you were in and out, but I am juggling many plates because I've never done this before, so my apologies if I missed it. We'll say 73s to you, Chuck, and we're going to talk to Ray, K5CFY. Are you sticking around for trivia tonight?
Kilo Echo 8, Yankee Uniform Kilo, K5CFY. Yes, I definitely am going to be hanging around, taking notes on see how I can improve my net control abilities. So you're doing a great job. K5CFY, are you there, Lucy?
Good to hear from you, Ray. I caught you a little bit during the board breaker today, and it was good to hear you. It's been a while. We've got you. Doggone it. Did you spin it out? I completely spaced out, and now I forget. Well, we'll keep you on the list, and we'll find out the hard way when out in space when I go back up the list. All right, we're going to talk with Josh, not my Josh, the other Josh, KE8YUG. Are you sticking around for trivia?
KE8YUK, this is KE8YUG. Good evening, Lucy. Sounding good. And yeah, I'll be sticking around. Looking forward to it. Send it back to pre-net control, KE8YUG.
Fantastic, Josh. Good to hear from you, and we'll catch you down the log. Glad you're sticking around. And we're going on for the... Wow, I do need to slow down. Maybe get a drink. KF8ANS, Marie, Josh's lovely better half. Are you sticking around for trivia?
K8YUK, this is KF8ANS, Marie here. Hi, Lucy. Good to hear you tonight. I will be sticking around for trivia. Looking forward to it. This is KF8ANS, back to pre-net control.
Fantastic, Marie. Glad to hear that. KC0LRM, are you sticking around for trivia?
Thanks for getting me in there, Lucy. Whichever one it was you or your husband. Yes, I'll be sticking around for trivia. Wouldn't miss it. Back to you, and everybody have a good evening.
Good to hear, good to hear. Hope you enjoy the trivia. I don't know if it was me or Josh, because that was around about the times where I panicked, so I don't know if he plugged in or if I did. But thanks for sticking around. WB8CXO, Mike, are you sticking around? And also, thank you for streaming. You're the reason I got to tune into the boredom breaker today. It was nice to be back. Nothing heard from WB8CXO. We'll call one more time. Mike, WB8CXO, you out there and you sticking around for trivia?
W8WKY.
Well, I heard a key up, but I didn't hear any voice, so we're going to mark you as not heard this round. Hopefully we'll catch you on the next round. WA8KOC was in and out, so we're going to ask KA0KDW. Brad, are you sticking around for trivia?
KAYUK from KA0KDW. That is affirmative.
Sounds good. Good to hear. We'll catch you down the log for that very trivia. We get to talk with ABNMO. Andy, are you sticking around for the trivia questions?
KE8 Yuck with HRF on the side. This is AB8MO. I don't know. Should we call it Lucy's Josh or Hebrew Josh? I don't know. Isn't his spelling Hebrew? Well, if it was real Hebrew, I don't think I'd be able to read it. And you got to read it from right to left anyway, so scratch that. Yeah, around. What more can I say than back to net, AB8MO?
Roger that. Oh boy, his spelling is weird enough as it is. We couldn't handle it if it were actually written in Hebrew. So I'm grateful for what we got. Glad you're sticking around. And when you said that, Josh, on the side, I imagine one of those little sidecar motorcycles, and that brought to mind a piece of trivia. But I won't throw it out to you guys just yet because I need to keep the show rolling. So we'll leave a hand to Andy, and we'll catch down the log, and we're going to talk to KD2HCE. Chris, are you sticking around for trivia? KD2HCE. Chris, are you sticking around for trivia, or did I mess up and not realize you were in and out? Looking at the blue screen, I have realized that it was my fault, and he did say he was in and out. So, glad that he stopped in at the very least, and we're going to talk to KC8LYG. Are you sticking around for trivia?
Good evening, Lucy, and then net. Yes, this is KC8LYG, Rick in Maslin, and I'm going to try to. Hopefully I don't get too sleepy. I have a problem this time of night, I guess, but back to pre-net control, KC8LYG.
All right. I was fixing all the mistakes that I made in short order on NetLogger, but I think I fixed it by now. All right. That being said, what in the world? Okay, anyway. Moving on to K8QFT. Fred, are you sticking around for trivia?
Oh, Lucy. Hi, everybody. Good job, by the way. Yeah, I'll be here. I'll be here as long as you can hear me. K8QFT, back to the pre-net.
Well, good news, we can hear you, so you're sticking around, I guess. KB3OXH, Bill, are you sticking around?
Well, good evening to everyone here on the net, and I want to say hi to Andy also, AV8MO. Haven't talked to him for a while, but I have to head on into the house, so maybe next week I'll be able to stick around. But thanks for picking me up. KB3OXH, back to the net.
Comment, AV8MO.
Go ahead, Andy.
Yeah, KB3OXH, Bill, you still there, AV8MO?
Hello, Andy. How are you doing?
Oh, great. Good to see you. Hey, can you shoot me off an email on QRZ? My family reunion's coming up there, and I'd like to maybe stop by and pay you a visit.
Well, sure, yeah. Just let me know when you're going to have your reunion. I'll be glad to come down and visit.
All right, it'll be the first Saturday in July, so coming up here pretty quick. So, yeah, my email is good on QRZ. Thanks, Bill. I'll throw it back to you, and you can throw it back to Lucy. Thanks for the break, Lucy. KB3OXH, AB8MO.
Hey, thank you very much for letting us do that. KB3OXH, back to the net.
Can I come to the family reunion? Thanks, fellas. Good to hear from both of you. Oh, darn, I moved my cursor and now I lost my place. This is who we're talking to? Yeah. Okay. No. See, now you're doing it. I believe that I just talked to KI5RFI, so we're going to move on to KG4SCK. Mark, are you out there and are you sticking around?
Hey, Lucy, I hope I'm out there. Some people say that. Put my headset on. Hadn't done that in a while. Sticking around at least to give my answer. So there you go. KG4SCK back to Lucy.
Fantastic. Glad to have you sticking around. And we'll hopefully get this going fast enough that you'll be able to hear the answers to the trivia. I've got a couple of lurkers that I'm going to screen in a second, but I'll go down what I can see. KF4JIG. Are you sticking around, or you want to keep lurking? Nothing heard. We're going to keep moving on. KE5NCP. Are you sticking around?
KE8YUK, Lucy. Yes, ma'am. We're going to stick around and follow on tonight. So I thought we'd jump in here, and glad you picked me up off the lurker list there. This is KE5NCP.
Fantastic. Glad you're sticking around. And I was wrong. I did skip Mac. That's my fault. Very sorry, Mac. KI5RFI. Again, very sorry. Thank you for being merciful. Are you sticking around tonight?
KI5RFI. Well, that's okay, Lucy. You got a lot going on there. I'll forgive you for it. I will be sticking around for the trivia. I wouldn't miss it. You're doing a fantastic job. Hang in there. This is KI5RFI.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I am running on almost all cylinders, but I need to oil them. Glad you're sticking around. We're going to go back down to the end of my list, and we're going to pick up the other name that I got, K4JTA. Are you sticking around for trivia? I need a hanger on this microphone so badly. All right, nothing heard from K4JTA. We'll see if you guys pop back up when we get to the big show, but for now, I've got 4 minutes left, and that gives us some more time for some pre-check-ins. So, this is KE8YUK. If you want to check in to the pre-show for the Beacon Net, please do so slowly, peacefully, mercifully. I appreciate it. Or phonetically is also very helpful. But if you do want to check in, please call now.
QB.
Man, somebody messed me up. Alpha India 5 Quebec, if you can
Fox,
hear me.
Queen, Victor, Mark.
Kilo India 5 Lima Romeo Alpha KI5 LRA JP.
All right, I'm going to nab it, see if I have it. Fantastic. God bless Jairus and Mark. You both went so slowly, I was able to get you both, even though it was a pile-up. I love you guys. You guys get the gold star of the evening. I've got AI5Q and KC8FQV. I also have KI5LRA. I'll do one more throw out for pre-check-ins, yeah? And if you want to pre-check in, this will be the last call for pre-checks before I go back down my list. So if you want to check into the pre-show for the BeaconNet, please call slowly, calmly, methodically, and phonetically to do so. Go ahead now. Nothing heard from anybody else trying to check in. So let's go up to the top of the list that I have right now. AI5Q, Jairus, are you sticking around for trivia?
Yes, Miss Lucy, I am sticking around for trivia tonight. Hopefully I will get my answers in the blue screen pretty quick. I try and answer it quick before I have time to think about it or get swayed by other people's opinions. So that's kind of my MO, is answering in the blue screen as soon as they come out. But I appreciate you running the net and giving Dustin and Nick a night off. Not sure what they're doing, but they're not having near as much fun as you, I can guarantee you that. AI5Q, back to net control.
Roger that, Jairus. Yeah, we appreciate it. Hopefully it goes well for us to take over from our most trusted BeaconNet leaders. Right. I don't have anybody else on the monitor screen, so we're going to go down to KC8FQV. Mark, are you sticking around for trivia?
All right, yep, I'll stick around for trivia, KC8FQV. Yeah, the Wayne group's still going over there. Hopefully a few of them would come over here after they get what they're in that. Of course, they got several radios. They could just bounce back and forth like I do. So, other than that, I'll send it back to net control as a ping pong ball. QV.
Thank you so much, Mark. We look forward to having you. I forgot to move the pink line again. I am on top of things. Yeah, hopefully we'll get more check-ins as some of the other nets wind down. We'll see how that goes. And we have one more check-in. KI5LRA JP. Andy's right. I will remember that because I have a brother JP who is also John Paul. So that'll stick out in my memory. With that, are you sticking around for trivia tonight?
YUK, this is KI5LRA, and yes, Lucy, I will be sticking around and doing a fine job on the net control there. So, catch you later, KI5LRA.
Much obliged, much obliged. Also, I'm getting some advice in the blue screen of the preferred names. I can definitely use that advice. I also don't know how to them save. Anytime I make any adjustments to saving the preferred names, even through the, save club changes or something along those lines, it will not save. So if anyone in the blue screen wants to chime in with advice about how to do that, I would appreciate that a lot. In the meantime, Josh, you ready? What am I looking at? At the top of the hour. This is the hand that I scroll with. Okay, you guys get to hear all the behind-the-scenes griping from me. Thanks to everyone who checked in on my half hour for the pre-show. It's time for Josh to light up the nighttime airwaves and hopefully do better than I did here on the BeaconNet. W8HRF, this is KE8YUK. Take it away.
All right, good evening and welcome to the BeaconNet. My name is Josh. My call sign is Whiskey 8 Hotel Romeo Foxtrot, W8HRF, and I'll be your net control for this evening. The BeaconNet meets every Sunday and Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern here on the W8WKY repeater with a 147 Mark 390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. Allstar Node 48496 and Echolink W8WKY-R. This is a directed net, so all traffic must pass through net control. We're linked in with our friends in Oklahoma, the Dewdrop Inn, and various other repeaters, so that we ask you to key for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit, so we hear everything that you have to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. All right, nothing heard. Stations that haven't already checked into the pre-show and would like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. Please call now. All right, nothing heard there. Let me make sure I got it. Okay, so tonight we have two trivia questions. We have a main trivia and we have an alternate trivia. I have the main trivia question tonight, so let me pull that up and we'll get that read. Tonight's main trivia question is, why would solder joints not be used in lightning protection for ground connections? Your options are alpha, solder flux will prevent a low conductivity connection. Bravo, solder has too high a dielectric constant to provide adequate lightning protection. Charlie, a solder joint will likely be destroyed by the heat of a lightning strike. Or Delta, all of these choices are correct. I'll let it drop and reread it. Again, tonight's main trivia question is, why should solder joints not be used in lightning protection ground connections? Your options are alpha, solder flux will prevent a low conductivity connection. Bravo, solder has too high a dielectric constant to provide adequate lightning protection. Charlie, a solder joint will likely be destroyed by the heat of a lightning strike. Or Delta, all of these choices are correct. All right, I will post this in the blue screen. I'm going to pass it over to KE8YUK for our alternate trivia.
KE8YUK for alternate trivia, just when you guys thought you got rid of me. All right, let me post the alternate trivia. Boy, I do not have enough hands for this microphone. Okay, here it is. In 1891, a man named Seth Wheeler did a great thing for humanity. What was it? A, he petitioned for automobiles to have windshields. B, he discovered how to make angel food cake. C, he invented perforated toilet paper. Or D, he told Colonel Cornwaldo Bean to stop singing It's a Small World After All. Again, alt trivia. In 1891, a man named Seth Wheeler did a great thing for humanity. What was it? A, he petitioned for automobiles to have windshields. B, he discovered how to make angel food cake. C, he invented perforated toilet paper. D, he told Colonel Cornwaldo Bean to stop singing It's a Small World After All. I'm going to pass. Oh, Andy, don't say that. Now I looked at it, and now I'm dizzy. Goodness. Mark, fancy. Back over to main net control, W8HRF.
KE8YUK, W8HRF. All right, sounds good. Thanks for the alternate trivia. All right, we're going to start working this list. W3ETV, Eddie in the wonderful state of Maryland. What are your comments for tonight, and what are your trivia answers? Go ahead.
Yeah, hi, Josh. Yeah, it was a hot one here today. Actually, I'll go ahead and do the trivia because you guys got quite a few people behind me here. So let's go ahead and do A, or let's see, no, we'll, for the main trivia, we'll go with D. I think it's probably a good answer. And for the alternate trivia, for Lisa's trivia question there, I will go with A on that one. So it's going to be D and A. So I hope you and I hope everyone else is doing well tonight. And take care. This is W3ETV. I'll say 73 for now. Take care. Back to net.
W3ETV, ETB, W8HRF. All right. Well, it was. I don't think it was too hot here today. It was. Was it actually? I was inside all day, so I didn't have much of a outside experience to know what the temperature was. But thanks for your answers. We got them down as Delta and Alpha. Hope you have a good evening, and thanks for stopping by. All right, KC3SEG, Greg was in and out, WB4AIZ, Chuck was in and out. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Appreciate it. Next on the list, we have K5CFY, Ray, down over in Tulsa. How you doing, Ray? How was the board and breaker net today, and what are your answers for trivia?
HRF, K5CFY. Well, I didn't do the border breaker net today. I logged for Miss Nancy, did the net. So, anyway, she did a great job. She always does. But the Oz is definitely a good net controller, kind of like Lucy there. Anyway, let's see. I'm going to go with Delta for the main and Alpha for the trivia, or the alternate trivia. So there you go. Great job there, and we'll say 73 to everybody. K5CFY.
K5CFY, W8HRF. All right, Ray. Well, thanks for stopping by. We got your answers down as Delta and Alpha. I didn't make it to listen to any of the boredom breakers. Sometimes I pull it up on YouTube if I take a little bit later of a lunch, and I listen to the first maybe 30 minutes of it, but it was a busy day at work today. So, hey, we'll say 73 to you. Thanks for stopping by, and we're going to move on down to Kilo Echo 8, Yankee Uniform Golf. Go ahead there, Josh. Good to hear you, and what are your answers for trivia?
This is K8YW8HRF. Good to hear you, Josh. And the note here is IDing in the middle there, so I took a pause. But let's see, I'm going to do the trivia. I'm going to go D Delta and A Alpha. So D Delta for main trivia, A Alpha for the alternate. And we've been enjoying the tropa conditions today. I actually hit Doylestown. I believe that was the first time I actually hit it and could talk to somebody, but I got to say hi to Dustin, and I'm very happy I could hit it. And we've been hearing a lot of different weird signals out there coming and going, and so that's going to be kind of crazy the next couple of days, I believe. But other than that, enjoying the CB skip as well, and then I made a new local CB radio buddy, so that's a lot of fun. Yeah, it doesn't happen that often, but somebody else to be chatting with. So good night, good hearing, everybody. Be sticking around, and I'll say 73. Send it back to you, K8YUG. Back to net.
K8YUG, W8HRF. All right, Josh, and thanks so much for that, the tropospheric ducting map that you sent me in your Discord earlier today. That was really cool. I'm going to use that going forward. There has been a lot of weird tropo going on. I know I've heard a repeater on 015's frequency quite a bit lately. So, but thanks for stopping by, and we got your answers down as Delta and Alpha. All right, we're going to send it down next to KF8 ANS Marie, Josh's better half. How's it going, Marie? How was your field day, and what do you got for the net?
W8HRF, this is KF8 ANS Marie here. Hi Josh, good to hear you tonight. First off, I will do trivia. D Delta for the main and A Alpha for the alternate. So D Delta, A Alpha. So yes, field day was very good, Josh. Very good indeed. already kind of planning for next year. You know, hopefully it won't be as hot, but we'll make some improvements. I'm looking forward to that weekend. We got the North Fox Hunt coming up this weekend, which will be fun too, to see what everybody has, and everybody has like cool radios with like scopes and stuff to look at. Very cool indeed. So we're halfway through the week, and we've been playing in the YUG Discord. Yeah, very fun, very fun. I've been hold on, break. Okay, so I have been playing with the events in the Discord, and it's kind of fun to watch, like, attendees attending the events, so you can kind of see who's thinking about going, thinking maybe you'll see them at the event. That's kind of cool. So, yeah, we're halfway through the week here, now that it's Wednesday night, so looking forward to the weekend coming up. So 73 all, this is KF8 ANS back to net.
KF8 ANS W8HRF. All right, Marie, thanks so much for stopping by. Glad to hear that you had a good field day. It was hot. I know I pulled the overnight shift over with the Sarah Club. I got there around 8 and left around 6, but it was nice. We had air conditioning where we were at, which was really cool. And hopefully you enjoy the fox hunt there. You guys at NORS enjoy the fox hunt. And I think I can plug. I know Josh has a website. I believe it's theyug.com or .org, and there's a link to the Discord in there. And I learned today I have my own emoji in there, so that's pretty cool. So thanks for stopping by, Marie. We'll say 7-3s. All right, let's move down to KC0LRM. Kelly, how you doing, and what do you have for our trivia questions? Go ahead.
RF, hey, thanks for getting me in there. One of y'all did anyway. For my trivia, I'm going to go with C on the first one. It could be D, but I know C is probably right. The first two I'm not sure about. So I'll just go with what I know, C. The second one, I think I'm going to go with D, because you can't go wrong with Cornwaldo Bean. That's about all I got for the net. Thanks for y'all running net, and everybody have a good evening out there, and stay on the cool side of the door if you can, and back to net control. 73s.
KC0LRM W8HRF. Thanks so much for stopping by, Kelly. We got your answers marked down as compact disc. Appreciate it, and hope you had a good field day, and we'll catch you further down the log. All right, let's move on down to Mike, WB8CXO, streaming us live on YouTube. He might be in and out, but we'll give him a call. Go ahead there, Mike. All right, nothing heard from Mike, but we appreciate him streaming us, and Lucy's cousins may actually be listening on there. I forgot to send them the link. So got some prospective hams potentially listening in, so that'd be kind of cool. All right, WA8KOC Fred was marked in and out. Thanks for stopping by, Fred. Good to hear you on the net this morning, if you're still listening. K0KDW Brad, how are things out there in Missouri, and how are you doing?
W8WKY.
Good evening, Josh, and everyone else on the net. Things are going pretty good, as I mentioned at the top of the, not the top of the net, but at the top of the previous hour, talking with Dustin. Got my morning started off at 4 a.m. local time, doing severe weather nets this morning, and then spent the rest of the day doing nothing until had to run the 2 DMR nets that I do every week. So all in all, a fairly calm day. Even with the severe weather nets, they were pretty calm. A little bit of damage here and there, a little bit of tree damage, structural damage, sidewalk damage, mostly from downburst winds. But as always, no injuries. or as always a good thing, I should say, no injuries or anything to report of that nature. So anyhow, there's that. My answers tonight will be DA, as in da-da-da-da-da. Make of that what you will. Anyhow, DA, District Attorney, is my answer this evening. Otherwise, I may have to get on here one of these days and pick your brain about the POTA that you all put together back at the beginning of the month, because I'm kind of wondering how that all came together. I was talking with a couple of my local club members and some members of various other clubs, and I think there might be some interest in trying something similar, trying to combine words as always, trying to do something similar to that in the future. Let me break real quick and I'll give my closing remarks. And with that little stutter I have there, I wanted to add on, I always tell people when I run nets, which I run a ton of them because apparently people say I'm really good at it. I think they're just trying to flatter me is what it is. But anyhow, I tell people it's not a proper net unless I mess up. So whether that's messing up phonetics or combining words, or the other day I ran a net, I don't remember which net it was, I got the phonetics right, but then when it came to saying their call sign the regular way, I forgot my alphabet after that, and I couldn't think of how to say the letter G or C or something like that as the normal way and not phonetically, which was awfully strange. So anyhow, we'll send it back to net control. KDW from Southwest Missouri.
KA0, KDW, W8HRF. Sounds good, Brad. Hey, thanks for stopping by. And fine business on the Skywarn nets today. Glad to hear that everything seems to have, there was just, well, it's too bad that there's some damage, but sounds like there weren't too many injuries or anything from that. And hey, I'll tell you what, shoot me an email. You can look me up on QRZ. I'm good. My email's on there about POTA. There's a local club to us that's trying to get another multi-club POTA event off the ground for July 27th. It'd be kind of cool to have some other clubs involved from out of state. So shoot me an email and we'll talk. But we'll catch you further down the log. Thanks for stopping by, and maybe catch you on the radio sometime. All right, we'll clear with KA0KDW, Brad in Missouri. Let's go down to Andy, Alpha Bravo 8, Mike Oscar, or Angry Bears, 8 My Oysters. Take it away, Andy, and what are your trivia questions?
This is ABHMO, also known as Angry Bears, 8 My Oysters. Hello there, Josh. And you're doing a wonderful job on the net. Here, I thought, up until this point, I thought I was the only one on this net that ever heard you in the big chair for any net. I remember driving over to, where was that? Near Parma Hospital, because I couldn't get into the woodchuck repeater, so I drove all the way over there to Steak and Shake just to get on the net you were running. And then you came over, and I still remember that night. We had dinner with, let's see, you and Peter, I think it was, wife, or maybe it was just Peter and his friend. I don't know, but anyway, it was a wonderful time. So anyhow, hey, I worked the United Nations on FT8. It was like Rare DX. I'm calling them for an hour, but I got them in the log. 4U1UN, it's its own DXCC entity, even though they're in New York City. So that's cool there. Logbook of the World was up ever so briefly for like an hour and a half yesterday. I uploaded my logs, and then it promptly died. So Steve at HRZ sent me a text message saying that I broke it, and I probably did. So let me drop it a sec. You have to let me know how the audio is. I hope it's okay. If I need to bump it up or lower it, or if it's just right. So, answer the trivia question here, and I'm going to go for Josh's all of the above. D Delta, I think it was. And I'm going to go with the Cornwall to be the answer, although I wish I could do all of the above on that one too, but we'll do for double D. Back she comes. W8HRF. This is AB8MO.
AB8MO, W8HRF. All right, Andy, we got your answers down as Delta and Delta. Thanks for stopping by. And, yeah, that was, I don't know, that was probably about a year ago I did that net. But, yeah, I remember we got dinner there with Peter, and that was the last time I was at a Steak and Shake, too. So it's been a hot minute. Your audio sounds real good. I wouldn't mess with it. Sounds great. And I did not know that about the United Nations being their own DXCC entry. So congratulations on that. So, all right, we'll say 7-3, Andy. And let's see, KD2HCE Chris was in and out. That brings us down to Kilo Charlie 8, Lima Yankee Golf. Take it away. KC8LYG, Rich, are you out there? And what are your trivia answers for tonight's net?
Good evening, everyone. This is KC8LYG. I'm doing a little thinking about that and just guesstimating. I would venture to say C and C. Charlie and Charlie on the trivia questions, and putting an end to a beautiful day, getting ready to crash out here. So I will give it back to net control. Everyone have a fine evening. This is KC8LYG, and I'll be clear.
KC8LYG, thanks for stopping by. We got your answers down as Charlie and Charlie. You have yourself a good night, and we'll catch you next time. All right, that brings us down. Let's see, Tom, KA8MNT was in and out. That brings us down to Uncle Fred, KE8QFT. How's it going, Uncle Fred? How's your night going, and what do you got for trivia?
Oh, thank you very much. I doing okay. Let me see here. Trivia, I think I'm going to go with Delta and Charlie, DC. Watching the Guardians tonight, as usual. They played a good Baltimore team the last 3 games. The Guards were able to take 2 out of them 3, and the Baltimore team's a good team now. So the Guards hit 24 games above 500. For those of you not familiar with, that's the breaking point, 500. That means they won 24 games more than they've lost at this point of the season. The season's coming to about the halfway point. They have it's going to be an 8-game lead in their division, and yep. If not this year, this team's real close to bringing us the first World Series champion since 1948. I don't know, I think they had radio in 1948. In any event, KE8QFT, back to net control.
KE8QFT, W8HRF. All right, thanks for stopping by, Uncle Fred. Good news on the Guardians there. Good news on the Indians. And what was I going to say about that? Yeah, I think that they were in the World Series back in 1997, the year before I was born. I think that they lost, though, from what I remember. But anyways, yeah, and they also made it a couple of years ago. I remember I was in college. I remember they had it on the projectors, and everybody was kind of watching after the building had closed down. So anyway, thanks for stopping by, Uncle Fred. We got your answers down as Delta and Charlie. All right, we got a couple of in and outs. KE8ZZR Harry. Thanks for stopping by, Harry. Good to meet you this weekend if you're listening. Last Thursday at the club meeting. KB3OXH Bill. KB8LNK Ron. Good to hear you, Ron. Thanks for stopping by. And I got the tour of Ron's antenna, all the antennas on his truck this weekend at Field Day. That was pretty fun. So, all right, that brings us down to KI5 RFI Mac. I think you're in Arkadelphia. I think that's what I've heard before. Take it away, Mac. Thanks for stopping by. And what are your answers for trivia?
KI5 RFI here in beautiful northwest Arkansas. I'm in Springdale, Arkansas, the northwest corner. We had a great rain this morning, cooled things down for a little while. Probably won't last very long, but we'll take what we can get. My answers to trivia questions are going to be Charlie and Charlie. And back to net control.
KI5 RFI. U8HRF. All right, we got your, thanks for stopping by, Mac, we appreciate it. Got your answers as Charlie and Charlie, and Springdale. See, this is why I should look at the, net logger, so, because it actually says people's cities and things like that. All right, thanks for stopping by, and hope you have a wonderful evening. That brings us down to Mark, KG4SEK. How's it going, Mark? And how you doing after Field Day? You all the way recovered?
Well, hello, Josh, KG4SCK here, and everyone. Yeah, thanks for asking. I think I fully recovered. Sure did. The trivia question. Okay. This was on either the general or the extra exam question pool. So I know it's definitely C, but I'm going to go with D just to cover all bases. Going with the popular consensus on that, I think. And that dude that petitioned something, well, I'm pretty sure he petitioned answer A because he was getting tired of all those Cornwaldo bugs getting stuck on his teeth and in his face. So there you go. That's the way it was. KG4SDK back to net. Have a good evening.
All right, KG4SEK. Mark, thanks for stopping by. We got your answers down as Delta and Alpha. I was trying to think of some clever two-word phrase to put to Delta and Alpha, but I couldn't think of anything. So glad to hear you're all recovered from Field Day, and I'll have to do it again next year. Sounds like a plan. We'll catch you later, Mark. Thanks for stopping by. That brings us down to KF4JIG. Jeanette, take it away. KF4JIG, you out there? All right, nothing heard. We'll move on down to KE5NCP. Tom, how are you doing tonight, and what answers do you have for trivia?
Yeah, good evening, everyone. This is KE5NCP down here in Sand Springs, Oklahoma. And, I just want to make sure Andy's listening over there. Been talking to him on the blue screen, so want to make sure he hears my audio here and see if it sounds okay to him. The other night, he had a problem with it, and lo and behold, we did have a problem. And I didn't realize it, and I really got to thank him for turning me on to it, and hopefully we got it all fixed. So anyway, let's see, the trivia, I'm going to go with Charlie and Charlie. Yep, CC. And that's my final answer there. And we'll say 73 to everybody, and good to be in here. And we'll catch you guys later. KE5NCP.
KE5 NCP W8HRF. All right, Tom, thanks for stopping by. We got your answers down as Charlie and Charlie. And yeah, Andy has a good ear for audio. Well, if it's just static, he'll tell you that you sound like crap. But he also gave me some settings for my radio so that a long time ago, because he also has a 991A and got my microphone sounding good on HF, so we appreciate that. Anyways, we'll clear with KE5 NCP. That brings us down to K4 JTA. Jeff, take it away. What do you have for trivia? All right, nothing heard. We didn't hear anything on the pre-show either, so we're going to head on down to Jairus. AI5Q, how's it going, Jairus? And how's your evening going? And I got your answers down as the District of Columbia. Take it away, Jairus.
Well, good evening, Josh, and everybody on the net, Lucy on the keyboard and doing the pre-show and the alternate trivia and you doing the main trivia and all that kind of stuff. Pretty good day here. It started out with a bang. Lost a couple of good-sized branches out of my sycamore tree, and one hit the fence and one hit the shop. And they're about 10-inch diameter branches, so they're not small. Didn't cause a lot of damage, but definitely did do some damage. So my son and I are going to take care of them tomorrow and get it all loaded up on the trailer and strapped down and ready to haul to the green waste site. That storm was pretty wicked this morning, 70-plus mile-an-hour winds and a lot of rain in a short amount of time. So thankful nothing more serious happened and no branches landed on the cars. You do need to amend your preamble to your net. The Dewdrop Inn no longer carries your net. It's now called Fireside. And I know because I talk to Scott on a regular enough basis, but he's no longer associated with Dewdrop Inn, and he has his own network called Fireside, and that's what's carrying your net tonight, along with the Board and Breaker Hub and everybody else. So you might amend your preamble there to get that corrected. Just a heads up. Anyway, that's all I've got. AI5Q, back to net control.
AI5Q W8HRF. Thanks for stopping by, Jairus. Appreciate it. Glad that nothing too serious happened with those the rain and the wind there. 70 miles per hour is pretty crazy. We had some pretty strong supercells run through a couple of days ago, and there were a bunch of trees that came down here in the Akron and Talmadge area. So, but yeah, glad that you're getting that taken care of, and thank you for the reminder about the Dewdrop Inn now being that we got to switch it to Fireside in our preamble here. I had heard about that and totally forgot to switch it. So appreciate it, and we catch you later. Thanks so much. All right, we're going to clear with AI5Q. That brings us down to Mark, KC8FQV. How's it going, Mark? And what answers do you have for tonight's trivia?
W8WKY.
KC8FQV. Mark, you out there?
We're going to say CC. I like that pizza place, but I'm going to say CC for the trivia. And yeah, I did hear that. It'll take a few days to get all the things straightened up. You know, it used to be paperwork. It took a few days to straighten paperwork up. Now it's just computer stroking to get it straightened up. But everything else is going good. Yeah, today we went down to my sister's for the kids, grandkids, and my mom's great-grandkids, their birthday. But it rained. So we were going to go to the playground. But it rained, so we went to eat and went back home. Well, went back to her house. And that's what we did. But boy, that AAAs, I think. Yeah, AAA. They're packed. They move people through, but they're packed place. So let's send it back to net control, KCFQV.
KC8FQV, W8HRF. Mark, sounds like you had a good day. And thanks for stopping by. We got your answers down as Charlie and Charlie. And we'll hear you probably in the morning on the Beacon Net. All right, we're going to clear with KC8FQV, move down to KI8LRA. JP, what answers do you have for trivia tonight? Take it away.
Hey, just a minor correction. It's KI5LRA, but that's okay. You know, I'm gonna. All the above sounds, but that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be Delta. Man, I can't decide, Charlie or Delta. I'm gonna go with Delta. All the above, and I'll go with Charlie on the other and the alternate there. Not much, just paying attention to the highway. Did some bargain shopping today on on crypto. I think I'm purchases. We'll see. Hopefully they continue to go up because they were sure a good buy, unless the bottom falls out. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Hopefully my last paycheck will turn into a truck payment or something. But we'll see how that goes. That's all I got. KI5 LRA. 10 Wheels Mobile, almost to Kansas City. Back to net control.
KI5 LRA W8HRF. Well, thanks for stopping by, JP. Glad we could keep you company on the road there. I was going to ask you where you were headed, but sounds like Kansas City. So I've been through there at least once when we drove out west. So, hey, that's awesome. You take care, be safe on the road, and the rubber side down and the shiny side up, as they say. We got your answers for Delta and Charlie. Going to clear with KI5 LRA. That brings us down to James, KQ4IZV. What do you have for us, and what's your answers to trivia?
This is KQ4IZV. I guess I'm just going to shoot with the trivia and go with Charlie and Delta. It's been a pretty long day today. Just had to take care of a few things at work and then had to take my mom to the doctor. So other than that, I didn't get too much done today, and that's about all I've got. So I'll hand it back to you guys. It's KQ4IZV 73 to everybody.
KQ4IZV W8HRF. Well, thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it. And, yeah, those long days happen, and hopefully everything went well at the doctor's office there. So we appreciate you, and hopefully you're able to get some rest, and hopefully tomorrow goes well for you. So thanks for stopping by, and we'll catch you on the next one. We'll clear with KQ4IZV. That brings us down to Miss Nancy, KI5OZZ, the Oz. How are you doing, Nancy? I heard that you were turning the dials on the boredom breaker net today. How did that go, and what do you have for the net?
Good to hear you in there, Josh, and thank you, Lucy. You're doing a fantastic job with the logging. Looks great on NetLogger. My answers for the trivia are Delta and Charlie, and I fell into some wood chips, so thankfully I'll be able to put them in the pathways in the garden first thing in the morning. Kind of got the clearing done for that this evening after it cooled off a little bit. But thankful for that and getting the garden back in shape slowly but surely. So with that, I'll bid you all 73, and good to hear everyone on there, including, well, at least one of the farm animals anyway. KI5OZZ, back to net.
KI5OZZ, W8HRF. Thanks for stopping by, Nancy. Appreciate it. And, yeah, glad to hear making progress outside there. We need to do Well, we did a little bit of work last week outside. Lucy's got her garden going, and we got this one. She's got a problem with animals in the garden. We got a lot of chipmunks that'll get in and eat everything and bugs. So working through that, and I got some trimming done on the bushes. We stopped off at a thrift store pretty close to here, and I picked up a hedge trimmer for $2, and it did the job. So that was pretty cool. All right, we'll clear with KI5OZZ and move down to AI5HV. Greg, what do you have for the net tonight, and what are your answers for trivia? All right, we might have missed him. AI5HV. Greg, are you out there? Nothing heard. All right, that brings us down to line 36. KI5TAQ Taco Tim. How are you doing, Tim? How's your evening going? And what do you have for the net?
Good evening there, everybody. I'm just doing all right here in the playground. I got to chat with the main monkey right now earlier today, and he's in the belly of an aircraft, like always. I'll get the trivia answers out of the way. I'm going to go with Delta and Delta, and that's for the trivia questions. But I'm sitting here resting, relaxing. I did my normal runs of looking for parts and came up empty. That's all righty. I'll do it again tomorrow. See if I can find some more. But it's cooling off a little bit out here, and hopefully be much cooler by the time I get ready to go home. So with that said, I'll turn it back to net control. This is KI5TAQ.
KI5TAQ W8HRF. Well, thanks for stopping by, Tim. We appreciate it. We got your answers down for Delta and Delta. I was going to say something about Alan. I assume that was Alan you were talking about in the belly of the aircraft. Better, I guess, to be there than in the belly of a whale. So I guess that's all we'll say about that. So, all right, that brings us down to the bottom of the list. It is 10:45. I'm going to re-identify this as the Beacon Net. Oh, I should have done that a while ago. This is the Beacon Net on the W8WKY repeater. We meet here every Sunday and Wednesday night. Pre-show is at 9:30. Big show is at 10 o'clock. And I'm ready to take some more check-ins. So if you would like to check into the Beacon Net, please call now.
W8WKY.
All right, we only had one there, and it was no real discernible audio, just static. So if you could change your location or up your power a little bit, we'd appreciate it, and go ahead and try it again. All right, we're not getting any of that. There is audio there, but it's so quiet I can't pull anything out. One more time. We'll try one more time for the station trying to call. All right, nothing heard. We'll make one more call for check-ins here before we go up and talk to the net control team. If you'd like to check into the Beacon Net, please call now.
KA4VNK, Victor November Kilo.
All right, we'll take them one at a time. I think that was Kilo Alpha 4 Victor Mike Kilo, Victor November Kilo. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but welcome to the BeaconNet, and when you go ahead, could you give us your call sign again, and take it away. What do you have for the net?
Yeah, repeating the call is Kilo Alpha 4 Victor November Kilo, down in Athens County, Ohio. I'm not familiar with the net. The 739 machine is coming in very strong down in Athens County. I guess we're a little over 100 miles away. So I thought I'd just not trust my transmitter, but jump on Echolink and say hello to everybody. Name here is Robert, and glad to listen to the net tonight. Back to net control. KA4VNK.
KA4VNK, Robert, thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it. Yeah, wow, if you're talking about the 147390 here in Doylestown, yeah, that's a pretty good trip. And I know the tropospheric ducting's been up, so that's really cool. Did you happen to hear our trivia questions? If not, would you like them reread?
No, I didn't catch the trivia questions. That's fine. It's just a net that I'm now aware of, and we'll probably start listening to on a regular basis. But I appreciate letting me jump in here and again say hello to everyone. Back to net control. K4VNK.
KA4VNK, W8HRF. All right there, Robert. Yeah, so this is the BeaconNet on the W8 WKY repeater, 147390 out of Doylestown. If you have access to a repeater with Allstar or an Allstar Node, we're also on node 48496, and you obviously have the Echolink. So appreciate you stopping by, and we're here every Sunday and Wednesday, starting at 9:30 for pre-checks, and big show starts at 10. It's a good time. We have several net controls. Dustin and Nick typically run on Wednesdays, and Lucy and I will do alternate. We'll help them out every now and again. And Nick at night, and Eric, KEAVZA, and there's a whole bunch of us cast of characters. So we appreciate you stopping by, and hope to hear you on the net. All right, Robert was the bottom of my list. I'm going to make one final call here before we go up to the net control team. Anybody standing by listening and wanting to check in, please call, and I'll be listening. Go ahead. All right, nothing heard. So we're going to go up and talk to the net control team. We're going to start with Miss Lucy, KE8YUK. What do you got, Miss Lucy? And we'll come back to you for your trivia after everybody goes. Go ahead, take it away.
KE8YUK to W8HRF. This is me. Logging managed to settle down and make a little bit more sense, so I feel a little bit more comfortable with that, which is good, and I will always accept more skills. Main trivia, I'm going to go with D as well, and today was all right. It was pretty muggy, and Betty slept in late today. She's had a weird sleep schedule because she's teething so bad. But she's been good otherwise. We went for a walk, which turned into a slog because she kept wanting to pick up stuff, which was cute. But then she'd want me to pick her up, and that's not the point of a walk. But we walked all the way down, probably 2 blocks, to mail a newsletter I'm writing to my friends. And I thought it would be, nostalgic and sweet to go to this big blue mailbox to mail everything. I'm never doing that again. We are mailing it straight from our mailbox out to everybody else. Too much of a hike, too much of a hassle, and Betty just wants to climb in the box. It's just not worth it. But it's nice to be writing again. It's nice to get those gears moving again on short stories and just updating my friends who are stay-at-home moms who are kind of bored, and they only get bills in the mail. So the tagline of my newsletter is, yay, it's not a bill. I think that's everything on my end, and I'll do all trivia when I get the microphone back. So with that, I'm going to pass it over to W8HRF.
K8YUKW8HRF returning. All right, thanks, Lucy. And that sounds like a good idea for the newsletter there. I really enjoy getting QSL cards. I think I've only gotten 2 so far. I got to start doing more HF. All right, we'll come back to you in a little bit for trivia. KD8EPC, what do you got for the net, Dustin? Take it away.
Oops, on the wrong mic there. Let me make sure I've got it. All right, W8HRF and the Beacon Net. This is KD8EPC. Well, let me start with the trivia. My answer for both the trivias is going to be the great state of Oklahoma, because that's never the wrong answer. Otherwise, not a lot going on. Ran the Boredom Breaker Net first hour earlier and then handed it off to Miss Nancy, KI50ZZ, so it was good to hear her today. Otherwise, I actually totally forgot that you guys were doing the net tonight until somebody mentioned it to me earlier, so that was a nice surprise having the evening off there. Otherwise, not a lot going on a little day trip tomorrow, so that should be fun, and boy, we appreciate y'all being here. So with that, I'm just going to turn it back to Net Control, say 73, and everybody have a great evening. This is KD8EPC, back to Net Control.
KD8EPC, W8HRF. Sounds good, Dustin. And we got your answer down for the great state of Oklahoma. Too bad we didn't hear Shannon on the air here tonight. Hey, maybe we'll proxy him in and out and put his answer as the great state of Oklahoma as well. All right. Well, it's good that we were able to surprise you there with the having the net tonight. So happy about that, and thanks for letting us do it. We appreciate it. It's a lot of fun. All right, we're going to clear with KD8EPC. KD8SLG, how's it going, Nick? Just worked with Field Day, and what's up with you, and what are your answers for trivia?
W8HRF, this is KD8SLG. Good evening to all of the Beacon Edisons. Fine business tonight. Let's do trivia right away. I'm going to go with Delta and Delta, because I haven't heard Cornwaldo being said nearly often enough tonight. Field Day was a blast. Been rolling some numbers, and we definitely did more than twice as many contacts as last year, and that was the goal. And we still had a good time. Go figure. So when Josh is Field Day chair next year, he's going to do even better than me. This is KD8SLG, back to Net Control.
KD8SLG, W8HRF. That pause was me running the other way. No, I'm kidding. Oh, boy. All right, we got your answers down for Delta and Delta, Nick, and Cornwaldo Bean can never be the wrong answer. As for the Field Day chair, yeah, we'll see we'll see what happens. That's actually what I was going to say. I'll make you a deal. If we happen to have another kid before then, I probably won't. But if I don't know how I'm going to do this. Anyways, but I got a great job opening for you as a tent stake. So we'll catch you later. For those who don't know, I got a picture of Nick making at Field Day, and he was being a tent stake for the folks putting up the antennas. So, anyways, we're gonna leave that there. KD8SLG, we'll clear with you. K8QKO, Nick, good to hear you back. How's it going? And I was gonna ask you, have you used your new radio yet? K8QKO, W8HRF.
KQK. No, Josh, I have not used it yet. I wanted to. I just haven't had the time. Well, there's probably been time that I could have been had, but I haven't made the time for it. I just got back Sunday night, and I've been kind of catching up on stuff around the house. And my dad came to visit, so he's living in my camper in the yard at the moment. So I haven't really had much of a chance to play with the radio. I actually just put the antenna back on my truck this morning, so the radio in my truck is now working. Anyway, also, congratulations on your promotion to Field Day Chairman. That sounds fantastic. I'm really excited for you. That's it for now. Let's see. Trivia. I'm going to go with Delta and Charlie for my trivia questions. Yeah, so that's really all I've got for right now. With that, I'll pass it back to you, sir. KEAQKO.
KEAQKO, W8HRF. All right, we got your answers down for Delta and Charlie there, Nick. Thanks for stopping by. And boy, do I have an event for you if you want to use your radio soon. Anyways, we'll talk to you later. And just to be clear, Nick's comment was a joke about Field Day Chairman. Oh, boy. Anyways, that's funny. KE8VZA, Eric. How you doing, Eric? And welcome back to Ohio. How are you doing?
W8HRF in the group. This is KE8VZA. Thanks, Josh. Doing all right. Yeah, I had a missed field day. My aunt passed away, and we had a funeral for her this weekend. But it was great. It was good. Wall-to-wall people. She knew a lot of people, and a lot of people really will miss her. But back to life. So immersed myself back in work this week, and everything's going fine. And thanks to Just Nick for picking up my shift on the Sunday Beacon Net this past Sunday for logging and pre-show. Really appreciate it. And that takes me to trivia. I'm going to go with Charlie for the primary. Something just doesn't strike me right about one of the other answers, which makes me not want to pick all the above. So Charlie. And alternate, I'm going to go also with Charlie. Double Charlies tonight. KE8VZA, back to net. Thanks, Lucy and Josh, for running the net tonight.
KE8VZA, W8HRF. Thanks so much, Eric. Appreciate you stopping by. And sorry to hear about your aunt. I did hear you talking about that, I think, on the barometer net a couple of days ago when you got home. So really sorry about that. And but it's good that it sounds like a lot of family and friends were there. So so that's a good thing. So we got your answers as Charlie and Charlie, and we'll catch you later. Thanks so much. All right, that brings us down to the bottom of the net control team. I don't really have too much to add myself. Just been working, and that's about it. So I'm going to put myself here. I'm not going to lie. I did not listen to what Lucy's trivia question was because I was doing something else at the time. So I'm going to go with Delta because it's the Cornwaldo Bean answer. So put me down for Delta. And I'm going to go ahead and read the main trivia question and its answer here. I'm going to let it drop for a second. All right. Tonight's main trivia question was, why would solder joints not be used in lightning protection ground connections? Your options were alpha. Solder flux will prevent a low conductivity connection. Bravo. Solder has too high a dielectric constant to provide adequate lightning protection. Charlie, a solder joint will likely be destroyed by the heat of a lightning strike. Or Delta, all of these choices are correct. The correct answer was Charlie. The solder joint will likely be destroyed by the heat of the lightning strike. So solder's melting point is significantly lower than that of the intense heat generated by a lightning strike. Because of this, the soldered connections would instantaneously liquefy and disintegrate when subjected to such extreme conditions. In scenarios where lightning strikes are more probable, such as on an antenna tower, utilizing ground clamps is the preferred method. And that's what I have outside. I probably shouldn't have my radio ground and my antenna ground being the same grounding rod. I need to change that. I do have a spare grounding rod I got to put somewhere. So, anyways, that was tonight's trivia question, your main trivia question. I'm going to pass it over to KE8YUK for the alternate answer.
Out of spite and revenge and distraction, I didn't listen to any of Josh's main trivia. Ha ha! All right, all trivia. To recap, in 1891, a man named Seth Wheeler did a great thing for humanity. What was it? A, he petitioned for automobiles to have windshields. B, he discovered how to make angel food cake. C, he invented perforated toilet paper. And D, he told Colonel Cornwaldo Bean to stop singing It's a Small World After All. I don't know if anybody picked B, which was disappointing because I love angel food cake, but it wasn't the answer. The answer was C. Seth Wheeler was an American businessman. He invented perforated toilet paper in 1891, in which individual sheets could easily be torn from the roll. This was accomplished via perforation starting at each side, but not quite meeting in the middle, unlike today's perforated toilet paper, which goes all the way across. Wheeler also patented ornamental toilet paper in 1893. I'll let you figure out how far that went. That is it for alt trivia. Good night. God bless everybody. I'll pass it back to W8HRF.
KE8YUK, W8HRF. All right, thank you for the alternate trivia there, Lucy. Man, that is a great invention. I use it every day. It's fantastic. That was a great service to humanity. Okay, this is W8HRF, Josh. This is the Beacon Net on the W8WKY repeater here in Doylestown, Ohio. And we're at the bottom of the list, so we're going to take one more round of check-ins before we close out the net. If you're interested in checking into the Beacon Net, please call now.
Kilo Charlie 5 Real Big Guns, KC5 RBG, Shannon and Tulsa.
Alpha Delta 2,
KQKO with a recheck.
Ryan, presently in Amherst.
All right, let me make sure I got it. All right, we picked up KC5RBG Shannon, and I believe that was 82Q. We'll get right back to you. And Nick at Night, you got a recheck, so go ahead and take it away.
KQKO. All right, thank you, Josh. I'll try to be quick both so we can get the other check-ins. As far as the promotion I mentioned and the joke that Nick made, while it might have been a joke, we can all start the rumor. And if that snowball gets big enough, it might not be much of a joke anymore. Just tossing that back to you. Anyway, good night, Josh. Good evening, everybody else. KAQKO, be clear, 7-3.
K8QKO, W8HRF. I don't really have a response for that one, so you are, what is the saying? The saying is every joke has a little bit of truth in it. I think that's what the saying is. Maybe I just made that up, but something like that. But anyways, thanks for the recheck there, Nick. Let's start working the rest of this list here. We picked up KD8BOQ from the blue screen. Looks like he's offline, but we'll give him a call. KD8BOQ, this is WHRF. Do you have anything for the net?
W8WKY.
All right, nothing heard. Mark him in and out. KC5RBG, Shannon, your ears must have been burning. We were talking about you earlier. We were going to proxy you in and out and put your answer down as the great state of Oklahoma. How are you doing, Shannon? And what do you have for the net?
Howdy, howdy, KC5RBG. And of course, my answer is always the great state of Oklahoma, because that is never the wrong answer. And hope everyone's having a good day. Been a good day here. Just been relaxing and working on computers and playing with Kenyon and all kinds of fun stuff. It's been a very happy last few days. Well, about the last week, I guess. Just been enjoying life and trying to stay away from the doctor's offices the best that I can. So, there you go. We, I guess, had a really good storm come through this morning. I didn't wake up for it, so I guess it didn't happen here. But, anyway. I hope we got some decent rain and fill the river back up and wash everyone's cars. With that, I'll wave a hand and let you get on down the list there. This is Kilo Charlie 5, Real Big Guns. God bless and 73. Back to net control.
KC5, RBG, W8HRF. Thanks for stopping by, Shannon. Glad to hear you on the net, and glad to hear you've been having a good week or so here. Sounds like you had a good time there with Kenyon, and I was having some fun with Betty the last, I think this past weekend we were playing around a little bit today. We were hanging out at Grandma and Grandpa's house, so it was real good, and she sure can get herself into trouble, but it's a lot of fun to hang out with her. So, and with regards to the storms there, yeah, I don't really wake up for storms either. So I guess if I don't hear, well, you know, that may be so true anymore. After I have a bunch of, after I put a bunch of lightning attractors on my roof for HF and for VHF, I sleep a little less soundly. But
no, you do not.
Apparently the wife disagrees. So, but yeah, we'll leave it at that. Thanks for stopping by, Shannon. Appreciate it. You have yourself a good night. All right, that brings us down to 82Q. Ryan, I think, is the name. Take it away, Ryan.
Yeah, good evening to you. I usually don't stay up late enough to check into the net here, but tonight I'm awake. I didn't check in earlier because my wife took our teenage daughters and some of their friends and went out to Blossom tonight to go see, I don't know, like some member of the One Direction band or something. I have no idea. It didn't really interest me any. So anyway, I took our small kids and went to Cedar Point. So yeah, we spent about 2.5 hours out there at Cedar Point. That's the joy of having season passes, because it's not a big deal to run out there for a few hours. You don't feel like you're getting screwed out of anything. So anyway, we're just stopping here at Wendy's real quick to get our Frosties and fries, because that's apparently become a thing. And then I'm going to make my way on home. So anyway, that's about all I've got for you. So I will turn it back over to you. This is 82Q 73.
AD2Q, W8HRF. Well, sounds like you had a good day there on going to Cedar Point. And yeah, I know we always season passes when we were growing up a lot. My folks really liked that out there in Sandusky area. And so we would go there quite a bit. But as I got older, I got way more motion sick on the roller coasters. I've done them all now. But when I first started, they had to force me down and push the lap bar so I couldn't get out. So, but that's very good there. I've never actually been to Blossom, and I wouldn't be able to name off any of the members of One Direction, but I'm sure Lucy probably could. But
no, I don't care.
Never mind, she doesn't know. And I actually probably know that Wendy's that you're at. I grew up and went to school. I grew up in Lorain County and went to school out there in North Ridgeville, so know the area a little bit. So, all right, we appreciate you stopping by. You have yourself a good night, and we'll catch you later. That brings us down to the list. Oh, man, 2 more and we could have 42 check-ins. We're on line 40. We need 2 more to make 42, the ultimate answer to life, the universe, and everything. I'm going to go for 1 more round just to see if we can make it up to 42. Are there 2 check-ins out there? This is W8HRF with the Beacon Net. I'm listening. All right, nothing heard. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and let this drop and then close out the net. On behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, the BeaconNet crew, Dustin, KD8EPC, Nick, KD8SLG, Eric, KE8VZA, Lucy, KE8YUK, myself, W8HRF. I don't think I'm missing anybody. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us on the next edition of the BeaconNet Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern on the W8WKY repeater, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink with W8WKY, Wednesday and Sunday at 10 p.m. Let's see. Don't forget to check out the Barometer Net in the mornings on the same repeater, starting at the ungodly hour of 7 a.m., and except for Sunday. And don't forget to check out our friends on the Boredom Breaker Net every day at noon Central Time on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. You've been listening to the BeaconNet. This is Josh, W8HRF. I'm going to return the repeater back to normal and customary amateur radio use at this time and say 7-3s. Have a good night, everybody. W8HRF clear.
W8WKY.
KA0KDW W8HRF. You still listening, Brad? Nothing heard. W8HRF clear.
W8WKY. W8WKY. W8WKY, repeater PL114.8. W8WKY. W8WKY. W8WKY, repeater PL1 14.8.